Silas the Styracosaurus, with his sharp single nasal horn glowing with lightning yellow color, had just finished consuming his lightning element energy drink. The powerful energy was coursing through his veins, making him feel invigorated and satisfied. As he looked around, he spotted Allie, the female adult Allosaurus, who belonged to the wind element. Allie was showcasing her incredible wind manipulation abilities, using her purple glowing eyes and neon-lit trails on her body to control the air around her. Silas was mesmerized by her skill and agility as she raised her neon-lit purple glowing long-clawed arms high in the air, manipulating the wind with finesse. She moved her arms and legs in fluid motions, controlling the air around her effortlessly. Impressed by Allie's display, Silas decided to join in the fun. He let out a roar and concentrated on channeling the lightning energy within him. As he focused his energy, small sparks of lightning crackled around his sharp nasal horn. With a swift movement, he raised his head and channeled the lightning energy towards Allie, creating a dazzling display of light and power. Allie, caught off guard by Silas's lightning attack, quickly regained her composure and countered with a powerful gust of wind. The wind whipped around Silas, making his scales ruffle and his horn glow even brighter. The two dinosaurs engaged in a playful battle of elements, each showcasing their unique abilities and strengths. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the prehistoric landscape, Silas and Allie called a truce. They sat down by a small pond, their breathing heavy from the exhilarating battle. Silas thanked Allie for the thrilling experience, admitting that he had never felt more alive than when he was using his lightning powers. Allie smiled and nodded, understanding the thrill of harnessing the elements. She shared stories of her past battles and adventures, explaining how she had honed her wind manipulation abilities through years of practice and training. Silas listened intently, fascinated by Allie's tales of bravery and skill. As the night descended upon them, casting a blanket of darkness over the land, Silas and Allie bid each other farewell. They promised to meet again soon for another round of elemental battles, eager to test their limits and push each other to new heights. As Silas trudged back to his stomping grounds, he couldn't help but feel grateful for the encounter with Allie. She had shown him that there was more to life than just roaming the ancient lands as a solitary dinosaur. With newfound confidence and a sense of camaraderie, Silas vowed to continue honing his lightning powers and exploring the vast world around him. And so, the story of Silas the Styracosaurus and Allie the Allosaurus became legend in the prehistoric world, inspiring other dinosaurs to embrace their elemental powers and forge new friendships in the face of ancient challenges. The thrill of the elements beckoned, promising endless adventures and untold wonders for those brave enough to answer the call. Words. 502. In the heart of the bustling city, there stood an airport like no other. This airport was not just a hub for airplanes, but also a secret sanctuary for dinosaurs who possessed mystical elemental powers. Among these dinosaurs was Silas the Styracosaurus, a majestic ceratopsian with a single sharp nasal horn that glowed with the color of lightning. Silas had just finished drinking his lightning element energy drink, using his beak to skillfully sip the electrifying liquid through a straw. As he savored the surge of power coursing through his veins, he couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction. It was then that he heard a familiar voice calling out to him. Turning his head, Silas saw Allie the Allosaurus, a fierce predator belonging to the wind element. Her purple glowing eyes and neon-lit trails on her body shimmered in the dark, a testament to her mastery over the winds. With a mischievous grin, Allie began to showcase her incredible wind manipulation abilities, controlling the air around her with effortless grace. Impressed by Allie's display, Silas decided to show off his own elemental powers. Focusing his purple glowing eyes, he generated sparks of lightning on his sharp nasal horn, creating a dazzling display of electrical energy. The two dinosaurs engaged in a friendly competition, unleashing a flurry of wind and lightning-based attacks with names like Thunderclap Strike and Cyclone Fury. As they continued to showcase their powers, a sudden sound broke the night silence. It was the unmistakable roar of a T-Rex, a fierce predator known for its brute strength and ferocity. The ground trembled beneath their feet as the T-Rex approached, its blood-red eyes filled with hunger and malice. Silas and Allie knew that they had to put aside their friendly competition and band together to face this deadly threat. With a silent nod, they prepared to unleash their combined elemental powers against the fearsome T-Rex. Silas conjured bolts of lightning from his horn, while Allie whipped up a powerful vortex of wind to encircle their adversary. The T-Rex roared in fury as the winds buffeted it from all sides, the crackling lightning striking it with pinpoint accuracy. Silas and Allie fought with all their might, their elemental powers intertwining in a symphony of power and precision. The battle raged on, each attack and counterattack pushing them to their limits. Just when it seemed like the T-Rex would overwhelm them, Silas had a daring idea. Using his lightning element energy, he channeled a surge of power into Allie's wind manipulation, enhancing her attacks tenfold. The combined might of their powers was enough to finally bring the T-Rex to its knees, defeated and vanquished. As the dust settled and the night air grew still once more, Silas and Allie stood victorious. Their friendship forged in battle, they knew that they could overcome any challenge as long as they stood together. With a final glance at each other, they shared a nod of respect before disappearing into the shadows, their elemental powers ready to face whatever dangers lay ahead. And so, the legend of Silas the Styracosaurus and Allie the Allosaurus, masters of lightning and wind, spread far and wide throughout the dinosaur community. Their thrilling battle against the T-Rex became the stuff of legend, a tale of bravery, friendship, and the unbreakable bond between those who wield the powers of the elements. Words. 563. As Silas and Allie rested inside the airport hangar after their impressive display of elemental powers, a sudden roar echoed through the night, causing both dinosaurs to tense up in alarm. What was that? Silas asked, his eyes darting around the darkened hangar. Allie, her purple glowing eyes scanning the shadows, replied, I'm not sure, but it sounded like it came from outside. The two dinosaurs cautiously made their way to the hangar doors, peering out into the night. Suddenly, a massive shadow loomed over them, blocking out the moonlight. Silas felt a surge of fear as he caught sight of a colossal creature with glowing red eyes and jagged spikes running down its back. It was a T-Rex, a massive Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it was advancing towards them with a hungry gleam in its eyes. Allie stepped in front of Silas, her purple eyes narrowing in determination. We need to work together to take down this threat, she said, her voice steady despite the pounding of her heart. Silas nodded, his horn sparking with electricity as he prepared to unleash his lightning-based attacks. Allie crouched low, her neon-lit trails swirling around her as she readied her wind manipulation abilities. The T-Rex charged towards them with a deafening roar, its massive jaws snapping hungrily. Silas unleashed a bolt of lightning from his horn, but the T-Rex dodged with surprising agility, the electricity crackling harmlessly on the ground. Allie sprang into action, her wind manipulation sending powerful gusts towards the T-Rex, knocking it off balance. Silas seized the opportunity and unleashed a barrage of lightning strikes, causing the T-Rex to roar in pain. But the T-Rex was not easily defeated. It lashed out with its razor-sharp claws, narrowly missing Allie as she danced out of reach. Silas lunged forward, his horn glowing brightly as he aimed for the creature's vulnerable spots. The battle raged on, the hangar illuminated by flashes of lightning and swirling winds. Silas and Allie fought with all their strength, their teamwork and elemental powers proving to be a formidable combination. Finally, with a powerful blast of lightning and a strong gust of wind, the T-Rex stumbled and fell, defeated. Silas and Allie stood victorious, breathing heavily but exhilarated by their victory. Nice work, Silas, Allie said, a smile in her glowing eyes. We make a pretty good team. Silas grinned back, his horn still crackling with residual energy. Yeah, we do. Let's make sure no other threats come near our territory. And so, with their bond strengthened by their shared victory, Silas and Allie stood watch over the airport hangar, ready to protect their home from any dangers that may come their way. Together, they were an unstoppable force of nature, their elemental powers a powerful weapon against any who dared to challenge them. Words. 467. Silas and Allie continued to practice their elemental abilities in the dimly lit hangar, pushing themselves to the limits of their powers. As they honed their skills, they became aware of a growing tension in the air, a feeling of unease that seemed to emanate from the walls of the hangar itself. Suddenly, the ground beneath them began to shake violently, causing Silas and Allie to stumble and fall to the ground. Dust and debris rained down from the ceiling as a deep, haunting rumble echoed through the hangar. Silas and Allie looked at each other with wide eyes, realizing that they were not alone in the darkened hangar. A low growl could be heard in the shadows, accompanied by the sounds of heavy, labored breathing. Without warning, a massive figure emerged from the darkness, its eyes glowing a sinister red as it loomed over Silas and Allie. It was Ragnar, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, a fearsome predator belonging to the fire element, with flames flickering ominously around his massive frame. Ragnar let out a deafening roar that shook the very foundations of the hangar, causing Silas and Allie to recoil in fear. His fiery breath illuminated the hangar, casting eerie shadows on the walls as he advanced towards them with a predatory gleam in his eye. Silas and Allie knew they were no match for Ragnar in a direct confrontation. They needed to come up with a plan quickly if they were to survive the impending threat. Thinking fast, Silas called upon his lightning element energy, channeling it through his horn to create a blinding burst of light that momentarily stunned Ragnar. Allie, seizing the opportunity, unleashed a powerful gust of wind that sent Ragnar stumbling back, giving them a brief moment to regroup. As Ragnar recovered from the sudden assault, Silas and Allie knew they had to act fast. They combined their elemental powers, with Silas focusing his lightning energy on his horn while Allie circled around Ragnar, creating a whirlwind of wind energy that intensified the lightning's power. With a coordinated effort, Silas charged forward, his horn crackling with electricity, while Allie used her wind manipulation to propel him towards Ragnar with incredible speed. The combined force of the lightning and wind was too much for Ragnar to handle, and with a deafening roar of pain, he collapsed to the ground, defeated. Silas and Allie stood victorious, panting heavily but exhilarated by their success. They had faced a formidable foe and emerged triumphant, their bond stronger than ever as they basked in the glow of their shared victory. As the first light of dawn began to filter through the windows of the hangar, Silas and Allie knew that they had truly come into their own as elemental warriors, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead in this thrilling, event-driven adventure. Words. 472. Silas the Styracosaurus, with his sharp single nasal horn glowing with lightning yellow color, was enjoying his lightning element energy drink using a straw to consume it. The lightning energy was accumulating on his horn, making him feel powerful and energized. He looked around and saw Ally the female adult Allosaurus, who belonged to the wind element, demonstrating her wind manipulation abilities with her purple glowing eyes and neon-lit trails on her body. Allie skillfully controlled the air around her, raising her clawed arms high up in the air and using her glowing fingertips to direct the wind in different directions. Silas was impressed by her speed, agility, and reflexes, as she used her wind manipulation to create various wind-based attacks and moves with different names. Inspired by Allie, Silas decided to show off his lightning element energy-based attacks and moves with his glowing nose horn. As they rested inside the hangar of the airport at night, Alex, the male adult Altirinus, belonging to the plant element, joined them. He demonstrated his plant-controlling abilities by concentrating the purple glowing neon-lit trails around his body and showcasing a variety of plant-based attacks and moves with different names. The three dinosaurs were amazed by each other's abilities and enjoyed showcasing their powers to one another. Suddenly, a loud noise echoed through the hangar, causing the dinosaurs to tense up and look around nervously. They heard footsteps approaching and saw a group of velociraptors entering the hangar, their eyes filled with malice. The velociraptors were known for their aggression and cunning nature, and the three friends knew they had to be careful. Silas quickly charged up his lightning element energy, ready to defend himself and his friends. Allie used her wind manipulation to create a powerful gust of wind, pushing the velociraptors back and disorienting them. Alex summoned vines and plants from the ground, entangling the velociraptors and immobilizing them. The velociraptors struggled to break free, but the combined powers of Silas, Allie, and Alex were too strong for them. The dinosaurs worked together seamlessly, using their elemental abilities to defeat their enemies and protect each other. As the velociraptors lay defeated on the ground, Silas, Allie, and Alex shared a triumphant roar, celebrating their victory. The three friends knew that they made a formidable team, each one bringing unique skills and strengths to the group. They vowed to always have each other's backs and continue to train and improve their abilities together. With their combined powers, they were ready to face any challenges that came their way. As they stood victorious in the hangar, bathed in the glow of their elemental powers, Silas, Allie, and Alex knew that they were stronger together than they could ever be alone. And so, the three dinosaurs continued on their journey, facing new adventures and dangers with courage and unity. Words. 475. Silas the Styracosaurus finished consuming his lightning element energy drink, feeling the surge of power coursing through his body. As he gazed around the dimly lit hangar, he noticed Allie, the female Allosaurus, showcasing her impressive wind manipulation abilities with her glowing purple eyes and neon-lit trails. Hey Silas, watch this. Allie called out, her purple eyes glowing brightly as she closed them tightly. Concentrating hard, she raised her neon-lit clawed arms high in the air, manipulating the air around her with precision and grace. Silas watched in awe as she controlled the wind with her glowing fingertips, demonstrating her speed, agility, and reflexes. Impressed by Allie's display, Silas decided to show off his own abilities. Using his sharp single nasal horn, now glowing with lightning energy, he generated electrical sparks, creating bolts of lightning from his horned head. With a flick of his glowing purple eyes, he showcased various lightning-based attacks and moves, each with a different name, demonstrating his power and control over the lightning element. Not to be outdone, Alex the Altirinus, a plant element dinosaur, joined in the demonstration. Concentrating the purple glow from his eyes, he controlled the plants around him, manipulating them with precision and skill. Standing tall on his hind limbs, he moved his forelimbs in intricate patterns, showcasing a variety of plant-based attacks and moves, each with their own unique name. As the three dinosaurs continued to display their abilities, the atmosphere in the hangar grew tense. The thrill of the demonstration was palpable as they pushed themselves to their limits, each trying to outdo the other. The sound of crackling lightning mingled with the rustling of plants and the howling wind, creating a symphony of power and control. Suddenly, a loud roar echoed through the hangar, causing the dinosaurs to pause mid-demonstration. They turned to see a massive shadow looming in the darkness, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. Silas, Allie, and Alex exchanged nervous glances, sensing danger in the air. It's the Tyrannosaurus Rex, Alex whispered, fear creeping into his voice. We need to be prepared. Silas nodded in agreement, his glowing horn crackling with energy. Allie clenched her neon-lit claws, ready for whatever challenge lay ahead. Together, they faced the approaching threat, their eyes locked on the glowing eyes of the T-Rex. With a thunderous roar, the T-Rex lunged towards them, its massive jaws snapping with deadly intent. Silas unleashed a powerful bolt of lightning, aiming for the T-Rex's head. Allie summoned a whirlwind of air, buffeting the giant predator and throwing it off balance. Alex commanded the plants to entangle the T-Rex, trapping it in a web of vines and thorns. The battle raged on, each dinosaur using their unique abilities to gain the upper hand. The hangar was filled with the sounds of roaring, crackling, and rustling as the dinosaurs fought for dominance. In the end, it was Silas's lightning bolt that struck true, incapacitating the T-Rex and sending it crashing to the ground. Exhausted but victorious, Silas, Allie, and Alex stood tall, their glowing eyes meeting in a silent show of camaraderie. They may have been different in element and species, but in that moment, they were united in their bravery and strength. As they watched the defeated T-Rex slink away into the shadows, Silas spoke up, his voice tinged with pride. We make a great team, don't we? Allie and Alex nodded in agreement, knowing that together, they were unstoppable. And as they basked in the glow of their victory, they knew that no challenge was too great for the power of friendship and unity. Words. 600. As Silas, Allie, and Alex continued to showcase their elemental abilities, a sudden rumble could be heard outside the hangar. Silas, with his sharp senses, quickly picked up on the disturbance. What was that? Silas asked, his sharp yellow horn still tingling with leftover lightning energy. Allie, her purple eyes wide with concern, replied, I'm not sure, but it doesn't sound good. We should go check it out. Alex, with his calm demeanor, nodded in agreement. Let's stick together and be prepared for anything. The three dinosaurs cautiously made their way towards the source of the disturbance, their eyes scanning their surroundings for any signs of danger. The air was tense with anticipation as they ventured further into the darkness of the night. Suddenly, a loud roar echoed through the night, causing the ground to shake beneath their feet. Silas, Allie, and Alex shared a look of determination as they prepared for whatever was about to come their way. Out of the darkness emerged a massive creature, its scales gleaming in the moonlight. It was a Tyrannosaurus rex, a fearsome predator known for its strength and ferocity. Silas, with his lightning element, stepped forward, his horn crackling with energy. I'll take the lead on this one, he declared, readying himself for battle. Allie, with her wind element, stood beside him, her purple eyes glowing with determination. I'll support you with my wind manipulation skills, she said, her claws flexing in anticipation. Alex, with his plant element, positioned himself behind them, ready to use his control over plant life to aid in the fight. I've got your backs, he assured them, his purple eyes shimmering with power. The T-Rex let out another deafening roar, its eyes fixed on the trio of dinosaurs standing before it. It lunged forward, its massive jaws open wide in an attempt to strike fear into their hearts. But Silas, Allie, and Alex were not easily intimidated. With a swift motion, Silas unleashed a surge of lightning energy from his horn, striking the T-Rex and causing it to stumble back in surprise. Allie used her wind manipulation skills to create a powerful gust of wind that knocked the T-Rex off balance, giving Silas an opening to deliver another electrifying blow. Alex, sensing an opportunity, summoned vines and branches from the ground to entangle the T-Rex, immobilizing it and leaving it vulnerable to their combined attacks. The battle raged on, each dinosaur using their unique elemental abilities to outmaneuver and overpower the T-Rex. The night air crackled with energy as lightning, wind, and plants clashed against the ferocious predator. Finally, with a final coordinated effort, Silas, Allie, and Alex managed to defeat the T-Rex, sending it fleeing back into the darkness from whence it came. As the adrenaline of battle began to fade, Silas turned to his friends with a grin. We make a pretty good team, don't we? Allie and Alex nodded in agreement, their eyes shining with pride. We definitely do, Allie said, a hint of satisfaction in her voice. And so, the three elemental dinosaurs stood victorious in the night, their bond stronger than ever as they faced whatever challenges may come their way in the future. Words. 532. Silas the Styracosaurus, Allie the Allosaurus, and Alex the Altyrhinus were known throughout the dinosaur kingdom for their incredible elemental abilities. Silas, with his lightning element, Allie with her wind element, and Alex with his plant element, were always eager to showcase their skills and push themselves to new limits. One night, the trio found themselves in a deserted airport hangar, under the cover of darkness. Silas was sipping on his lightning element energy drink, his sharp single nasal horn glowing with a bright yellow hue as he absorbed the energy. Allie, with her purple glowing eyes and neon-lit trails, was practicing her wind manipulation skills, controlling the air around her with precision. Alex, the herbivorous Altyrhinus, was ready to show off his plant-controlling abilities, his entire body surrounded by a purple glow as he focused his energy. As they each demonstrated their powers, the hangar crackled with elemental energy. Silas unleashed bolts of lightning from his horned head, creating a dazzling light show. Allie spun and twirled, harnessing the wind to increase her speed and agility, leaving a trail of purple energy in her wake. Alex commanded the plants around him to move and twist in intricate patterns, showcasing his deep connection to the natural world. But as the night wore on, a sense of unease settled over the group. There was a strange energy in the air, a feeling of impending danger that sent shivers down their spines. Silas, Allie, and Alex exchanged wary glances, their instincts on high alert. Suddenly, the hangar doors burst open, revealing a group of menacing dinosaurs with glowing red eyes and sharp, gleaming teeth. It was a rival gang of elemental dinosaurs, known for their ruthless tactics and thirst for power. They had come to challenge Silas, Allie, and Alex, seeking to prove their superiority in a battle of elemental abilities. Silas, Allie, and Alex knew they were outnumbered, but they refused to back down. With a fierce determination in their eyes, they prepared for battle, tapping into their elemental powers to defend themselves. Silas summoned bolts of lightning to strike at their foes, while Allie used the wind to create a barrier of swirling gusts around them. Alex called upon the plants to entangle and ensnare their enemies, using vines and roots to immobilize them. The hangar erupted into chaos as the two groups clashed, elemental energy crackling and sparking in every direction. Silas, Allie, and Alex fought with all their might, pushing themselves to their limits as they unleashed devastating attacks and defended against their opponents' onslaught. The rival gang fought dirty, using underhanded tactics and brute force to try and overpower their adversaries. But Silas, Allie, and Alex refused to be defeated. With a fierce determination and unwavering teamwork, they managed to turn the tide of the battle in their favor. Working together, they combined their elemental abilities in a dazzling display of power and skill, overwhelming their enemies and emerging victorious in the end. As the dust settled and the rival gang retreated, defeated and humiliated, Silas, Allie, and Alex stood triumphant in the hangar, their elemental powers still crackling with energy. They had faced incredible odds and emerged stronger and more united than ever before. With a sense of pride and camaraderie, the trio basked in their hard-earned victory, knowing that they were truly a force to be reckoned with in the dinosaur kingdom. And as they gazed out into the night, their glowing eyes filled with determination, they knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, as a team. Words. 597. The night was alive with energy as the dinosaurs gathered at an abandoned airport hangar to showcase their elemental abilities. Silas, the Styracosaurus belonging to the lightning element, had just finished consuming his lightning energy drink, his sharp nasal horn glowing with a vibrant yellow color. Across from him, Allie, the Allosaurus belonging to the wind element, was demonstrating her agility and speed with her purple glowing eyes and neon-lit trails. Hey Silas, watch this. Allie called out, her eyes tightly closed as she concentrated her wind energy manipulation. With a swift movement of her clawed arms and legs, she controlled the air around her, showcasing her wind manipulation abilities with finesse. Silas was impressed, but he wasn't about to be outdone. He focused his purple glowing eyes on his single sharp nasal horn, generating lightning energy sparks from it. With a flick of his horned head, he created lightning bolts that crackled and danced in the air. As the two dinosaurs continued their display, Alex, the herbivorous Altyrhinus belonging to the plant element, stepped forward to show off his plant-controlling abilities. His purple glowing eyes closed as he concentrated the neon-lit trails around his body, manipulating the plant life around him with ease. Meanwhile, Terry the T-Rex and Torch the Saurophaganx, both belonging to the fire element, were preparing to showcase their fire-based attacks. Terry generated flames from his jaws, while Torch created fireballs between the tips of his claws. The two dinosaurs breathed out fire like dragons, impressing the others with their powerful abilities. As the night wore on, the dinosaurs continued to showcase their elemental powers, each one trying to outdo the others. Silas unleashed a powerful lightning storm, while Allie danced through the air with her wind manipulation. Alex created a lush jungle around him, while Terry and Torch set the hangar ablaze with their fiery attacks. But as the display reached its climax, a sudden darkness descended over the hangar. The ground shook as a massive shadow loomed over the dinosaurs, causing them to stop their displays and look up in fear. A loud roar pierced the air as a colossal creature stepped into the hangar, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. It was a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but unlike any they had ever seen before. This Tyrannosaurus Rex belonged to the Shadow element, a powerful and dangerous force that none of the other dinosaurs could hope to match. The Shadow Tyrannosaurus Rex unleashed a wave of darkness, extinguishing the elemental displays of the other dinosaurs. Silas, Allie, Alex, Terry, and Torch scrambled to defend themselves, but the shadow creature was too powerful. In a final act of desperation, the dinosaurs combined their elemental powers, creating a dazzling display of light and energy that pushed back the Shadow Tyrannosaurus Rex. The hangar was bathed in a brilliant glow, driving the shadow creature away. As the dust settled, the dinosaurs looked at each other in awe and relief. They had faced a powerful enemy and emerged victorious, their bond stronger than ever. Silas, Allie, Alex, Terry, and Torch knew that as long as they stood together, no darkness could ever defeat them. And so, the dinosaurs continued to train and hone their elemental abilities, ready to face any challenge that came their way. They were a team, united in strength and courage, bound by their elemental powers and their unbreakable bond. Words. 566. Silas the Styracosaurus, excitedly, wow, Allie. That was amazing. I wish I could control the wind like you. Allie the Allosaurus, smirking, oh, Silas. You may not have wind powers, but your lightning abilities are just as impressive. Alex the Altyrhinus, interjecting, speaking of powers, have you seen Terry and Torch's fire attacks? They're like dragons. Terry the T-Rex, grinning, that's right. We may not have fancy elemental powers, but we sure know how to bring the heat. Torch the Saurophaganx, nodding, we may not control wind or plants, but our fire attacks pack a punch. Allie the Allosaurus, playfully, well, I guess everyone has their own unique abilities. But I have to say, watching all of you showcase your powers is truly thrilling. Silas the Styracosaurus, nodding, it's always exciting to see what everyone can do. And we all make a great team, combining our powers to protect our home. Alex the Altyrhinus, proudly, that's right. Together, we are unstoppable. No enemy stands a chance against us. Terry the T-Rex, roaring, we may come from different elemental backgrounds, but we are united in our mission to defend our land. Torch the Saurophaganx, flaming, and with our powers combined, we will show the world the true meaning of strength and unity. Allie the Allosaurus, smiling, I couldn't have asked for a better team to fight alongside. Let's continue to train and hone our skills, so we can always be ready for whatever challenges come our way. Silas the Styracosaurus, raising his lightning-imbued horn, let's show the world the power of our elements, and stand strong against any threat that dares to come our way. And so, the fierce team of elemental dinosaurs continued to train and improve their powers, standing united against any danger that threatened their land. With their unique abilities and unwavering determination, they were ready to face whatever challenges came their way, proving that when they worked together, they were truly unstoppable. Words. 325. Silas the Styracosaurus was feeling invigorated after consuming his lightning element energy drink. The yellow glow of the lightning energy on his sharp nasal horn signified the power he had just consumed. As he looked around the hangar, he saw Allie, the female adult Allosaurus, showcasing her wind manipulation abilities with grace and skill. Her purple glowing eyes and neon-lit trails on her body mesmerized Silas as she effortlessly controlled the air around her with her clawed arms and legs. Feeling inspired by Allie's display, Silas decided to show off his own lightning-based attacks and moves. Closing his purple glowing eyes, he focused on generating electrical sparks on his single nasal horn, creating small bolts of lightning that danced around his head. With a flick of his horned head, he could shoot lightning in any direction he pleased, showcasing his speed, agility, and reflexes with each move. Just as Silas finished demonstrating his lightning attacks, Alex, the male adult Alturinus, stepped up to display his plant-controlling abilities. With his purple glowing eyes, Alex concentrated the neon-lit trails around his body, manipulating the plants around him effortlessly. Using his forelimbs while standing on his hindlegs, he showcased a variety of plant-based attacks and moves with different names, each more impressive than the last. The trio of dinosaurs continued to showcase their elemental abilities, each one trying to outdo the other in a friendly competition of skill and power. Terry the T-Rex and Torch the Saurophaganx, both belonging to the fire element, joined in the display with their dragon-like fire-breathing attacks. With their purple glowing eyes closed, they focused on generating fireballs and flames from their jaws and claws, creating a spectacle of fiery power that lit up the hangar. As the night went on, the dinosaurs continued to push themselves to showcase their elemental abilities, each one trying to impress the others with their unique skills. The hangar was filled with the sounds of lightning crackling, wind whirling, plants rustling, and fire roaring as the dinosaurs displayed their powers with creativity and flair. Suddenly, a loud rumbling noise echoed through the hangar, causing the dinosaurs to pause in their display. A shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, its glowing red eyes fixated on the group of dinosaurs. It was a rogue dinosaur, one who had harnessed dark elemental powers and sought to challenge the group for dominance. Without hesitation, the rogue dinosaur launched a powerful dark elemental attack, sending waves of dark energy crashing towards the group. Silas, Allie, Alex, Terry, and Torch scrambled to defend themselves, using their elemental abilities to counter the dark energy onslaught. The hangar was filled with a chaotic mix of elemental powers clashing against each other, creating a thrilling and suspenseful battle. As the battle raged on, the group of dinosaurs realized that they could only defeat the rogue dinosaur by working together and combining their powers in harmony. With a newfound sense of unity, they formed a powerful elemental shield that deflected the dark energy attacks and eventually overpowered the rogue dinosaur. With the rogue dinosaur defeated, Silas, Allie, Alex, Terry, and Torch stood victorious, their elemental powers shining brightly in the darkness of the hangar. They had proven that unity, creativity, and skill were the keys to overcoming any challenge, and they knew that as long as they stood together, they could face any adversary that dared to challenge them. As the night drew to a close, the group of dinosaurs shared a celebratory roar, their voices echoing through the hangar as a testament to their strength and unity. The bond they had forged through their elemental abilities was unbreakable, and they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, as a team of elemental warriors ready to defend their hangar and each other against any threat that may come their way. Words. 645. As the four dinosaurs continued to showcase their elemental abilities in the airport hangar, a sudden rumble of thunder could be heard in the distance. Silas, the Styracosaurus, raised his head, his single nasal horn glowing with lightning energy, as he sensed a disturbance in the air. "Did you guys hear that?" Silas asked, his voice tinged with concern. Allie, the Allosaurus, turned to him, her purple eyes narrowing in concentration. "I sense it too. There's something coming, something powerful." Terry, the T-Rex, snorted dismissively. "I don't fear any storm. We can handle whatever comes our way with our elemental powers." But Torch, the Saurophaganx, shook his head gravely. "This feels different. This feels like a threat unlike anything we've faced before." Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows of the hangar, a towering creature with glowing red eyes and a menacing aura. It was Scorch, the legendary dragon of fire, who had come to challenge the elemental dinosaurs to a battle of epic proportions. "You dare challenge us, Scorch?" Silas growled, his lightning energy crackling around him. Scorch let out a deep, rumbling laugh. "I have come to test your powers, to see if you are truly worthy of being called elemental warriors. Let us see if you can withstand the heat of my flames." With a roar of defiance, the four dinosaurs charged towards Scorch, ready to unleash their elemental attacks. Silas sent bolts of lightning crackling towards the dragon, while Allie manipulated the wind to create a cyclone around him. Terry and Torch breathed out torrents of fire, their flames mixing with Scorch's own inferno. The hangar was filled with the sounds of roaring, crackling, and howling winds as the battle raged on. The ground trembled beneath the combatants' feet as they clashed in a whirlwind of elemental energy. But as the battle reached its peak, a sudden flash of blinding light illuminated the hangar, causing all the dinosaurs to shield their eyes. When the light faded, they saw a figure standing amidst the chaos, a figure that radiated an aura of pure elemental power. It was Nova, the legendary phoenix of light, who had come to aid the elemental dinosaurs in their time of need. With a graceful sweep of her wings, she unleashed a beam of pure light that engulfed Scorch, weakening his flames and forcing him to retreat. The elemental dinosaurs looked at Nova in awe and gratitude, realizing that they had a powerful ally in their fight against the forces of darkness. As the hangar fell silent once more, they knew that they had proven themselves as true elemental warriors, ready to face whatever challenges came their way. And so, the four dinosaurs stood side by side, their elemental powers glowing brightly in the darkness, ready to face whatever dangers lay ahead in their quest to protect the world from threats both known and unknown. And with the guidance of Nova, the legendary Phoenix of Light, they knew that they could overcome any obstacle that stood in their way. Words. 506.